all having a really lovely weekend. I'm Hayley from Sew Hayley Jane, and I'm here today to sew the Alex shirt from the Sew Over It Capsule Wardrobe City Break. I'm using the fabric that came in the February Sew Hayley Jane box. In the medium and mini boxes was this lovely black viscose fabric. So yes, I'm going to sew that today. So I have made the Alex shirt before. I've also made it in a dress style, but that wasn't really for me, the dress version. So I'm going to make another shirt because I absolutely loved it. And yeah, so I've got all my pieces cut out already. I don't know how well it's going to show up the black, but I have already got a patch pocket on one side, on this side. So I just need to start by attaching the patch pocket, which I've done here, to the other side of the shirt front. So yes, let's get sewing. Let's go for it. Got my instructions, so it's a PDF. If you haven't seen it already, it's a PDF pattern book, an ebook that was released back in the summer, and I think there's 5 different patterns, so it's really good value. So yes, I've got the instructions up on my computer, and I'm going to start getting the pocket on. Where are my pins? Pins. Okay, pocket number 2 is done. So next up I need to go to the iron and press over the front blouse edges and edge stitch those in place. Okay, so we've got both the button plackets down the centre fronts all done. So now I need to move on to the back piece and make the inverted box pleat. So next is to join the yoke piece to the back and the front pieces, which is quite fiddly, but Sew Over It have a video tutorial on their vlog specifically for this shirt, which I really recommend if you haven't ever done it before. Slow it down, pause it, rewind it as many times as you need. It was really useful the first time I did this, so definitely recommend that. So this is the 3rd time I'm making this shirt, and I'm still having to remind myself how to do the yoke. Once you do it, once you see it, it's quite easy, but just trying to remember, a little bit tricky. So I'm just attaching the shirt front pieces to the yoke at the shoulder seams, so that all the seams are concealed inside the yoke piece. So it looks really nice and tidy. It's just a bit fiddly. So I don't know how well you can see this because the fabric's so dark, but you have to do some pretty crazy twisting to attach the yoke pieces to the front shirt pieces, and it looks a bit mental, but hopefully this is the magic bit and it, fingers crossed, all pulls through. Yes, it's working. Hurrah! Yay! So now you've got a nice tidy yoke on the inside. So it's the second day of sewing the Alex shirt. I got to the point of attaching my collar the other day. My battery died and it was getting late anyway, so I have attached the collar because you have to hand sew you have to slip stitch the collar down. So I did that in front of the TV one evening. So I don't know how well you can see it, but my collar is now attached. So the next thing to do is joining the side seams. Now it just says just to do a regular seam, but with this fabric I think I'm going to do a French seam so that it's all concealed on the inside. So yes, that's the next job. I've got my cup of tea, I've got my instructions, and let's get going. So to sew a French seam, so normally you sew wrong sides together, but to sew a French seam you start by sewing, no, I've got it the wrong way around. So when you normally sew a regular seam, you sew it right sides together and then open the seams out. But to do a French seam, you start by sewing wrong sides together, you press that, and then you sort of roll the fabric around the seam and sew it again right sides together so that the edge of the fabric is all concealed inside the seam. And I haven't shown you, I am wearing my first Alex shirt, which I did also do French seams on the sleeves as well. So yes, I love this shirt, it's just so comfortable. So I'm looking forward to having it in just a nice plain black fabric, because it will just go with anything. So French seams then, start by sewing wrong sides together. Right, I am now on to making the little sleeve tabs for the rolled up sleeves. This bit's quite fiddly because it's quite a small bit of fabric, and I'm always scared that the machine is going to eat the fabric as well, so I have to take it slow. Whoops. So I've attached my tab onto the sleeve already, and I'm doing everything with French seams. So I'm also doing the sleeve seam as a French seam, and I've just practiced on my other sleeve. I did the armhole as a French seam as well, using a tutorial I've got on my computer right now, so I'll link to that below so you can see. It's really fiddly, it looks great once it's done. It's a bit fiddly, and you just kind of have to have blind faith that you've got it right, especially when you've got a fabric like this one that has no wrong side and right side. You have to choose which one it is. So it can be a bit tricky making sure you've got the wrong sides together or the right sides together at any point. But I've done it, it looks great. So now I'm going to do the next one. So I'm going to start by sewing up the seam of the sleeve and hemming the cuff before attaching it to the main bodice. It's pancake day today, by the way. I'm filming this on Tuesday and we had pancakes for lunch. So I'm probably, well, was on a bit of a sugar high. I think it's disappeared now. Come on then, what's the best way of having pancakes, you guys? Andy really wanted American pancakes. I like American pancakes, but you know, they've got their place. And when it's pancake day, it's got to be, you know, the thin pancakes, more like the French crepe. Lemon and sugar, definitely lemon and sugar. But I also do like adding a few chocolate chips in there as well. Comment below, tell me what's your favourite way of having a pancake. All finished. What do you think? I am so happy with this. It's just really comfortable, really easy to wear, and feels very floaty as well. It's going to be great taking me into the spring as hopefully the warmer months start coming. It's pretty miserable outside today. So yeah, the only tricky bit was because the fabric doesn't have an obvious wrong side, and I did French seams on both the sleeve and the armhole seams. I finished, I think I finished both sleeves before I'd realised that I had sewn them the wrong way around and that the sleeve tabs were on the outside of the sleeve rather than the inside. So I've got a button on the inside, not the outside. But yeah, after doing French seams on the armholes, I was not going to go back and redo that. And because the fabric's quite delicate, if I'd have unpicked the sleeve tab, it would have made a bit of a mess, I think. So I just left it. I'm really not that fussed about it. But yeah, it's lovely. The fabric was gorgeous to work with, and it just feels lovely. It does pick up a lot of fluff, but it's fine, it's great, and yeah, feels very floaty. So thank you everybody for watching and joining me today. It feels quite nice chatting, even though I'm chatting to my camera. I know that you're watching and you're listening, so that I really appreciate it. It's lovely, and I wish I could sew with you all in real life. It would be amazing. Great big sewing group would be awesome. I am getting ready to put together the March boxes. I have, you can't see it, but I have some of the fabric here all cut out ready to be boxed up. I think you're going to like it. So next week will probably be an unboxing video. So yes, thank you everyone so much for watching. Do like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a really fantastic week, and I will see you all soon.